Hi, I'm Stewie Michele from Next Level Elite, and here today with one of my favourite athletes. They're all my favourites, but Maxie stands out. Max Longhurst from Victor Harbour, our pro surfer, who's we're down at Middleton Beach not only to look at some of his skills in the water, but to catch up Max before he heads off on his next mission. So tell us where you're off to, and I think it's tomorrow, Max. What's happening?
Yep, so tomorrow night I'm off to Bali.
Yes.
I'm there for 2 weeks. When I get to Bali, I fly straight to Sumatra, and in Sumatra, it's a few flights to Sumatra actually, and then once I'm there, it's a 8-hour bus trip across to a place called Krui, and we'll be staying there in a little bungalow in the middle of the jungle for a week.
Nice.
For a surf contest, and then do the journey back to Bali for the next comp.
Yeah.
And that's at Karamas.
Excellent. Have you been to that? So is this for good points? I know there's a different point system. So what sort of comps?
Both of these points are at the lower end of the scale, but they pull some big names. The contest on Bali at Commune actually this year has got Kelly Slater in it, so that'll be pretty good. There's also, I think, 4 others from the top 32.
Great.
So it'll be good to get a chance to surf against Kelly Slater.
Mixing them with the big boys. And you had mentioned to me that you're heading off to South Africa.
Yes.
Is that in a couple of months' time?
Yeah, that's still happening. That'll be the end of May until the end of June.
Yes.
And yeah, need to book flights yet, as we've spoken about. And I'll be staying there for a month with a friend from South Australia as well.
Nice.
And that should be good. Although one of my mates is over there at the moment and he's just had everything stolen.
Oh.
So I'm going to have my wits about me.
Absolutely. And what have you been doing differently, or just a rundown of your preparation for going overseas? Is it just local surfing here, or has it been heading over to Yorks, or what have you been doing?
Well, now the sun's coming out, all the lawns are growing, so I've been mowing lawns, and luckily we've come into autumn and we're getting surf here.
Yep.
Not so much today, but we've had some really good surf the last couple of weeks, so it's been good to mow a lawn, go surfing, mow a lawn again. It's been a good couple of weeks of training.
Way to go. And how's the body feeling at the moment? Any injuries, or you're all feeling quite?
No, I'm actually feeling really good. I
Yeah.
don't know if I felt as good. I'm feeling happy, comfortable, feeling great.
And are there any, do you do gym sessions or yoga or any other particular things apart from your stretching and your surfing here?
Not really. By the end of the day of 2 or 3 surfs and 4 or 5 lawns, I'm pretty knackered.
I can imagine mowing the lawns, or handing the whippersnipper, or lifting and doing all that stuff. It's fairly physical, so you're probably doing it in a sense.
On my days off, I set a bit of time aside and do some stretching and just push-ups and sit-ups and things like that. Squats. Okay. I need to get these chicken legs into action.
Yeah. Never seen a chicken swim before.
Well, you did today, mate.
Awesome. Hey, good luck for the upcoming events.
Thank you,
And I think we'll get some good footage from some stuff we filmed today. I said, stay tuned, people. We've got some exciting stuff coming up for your viewing, so stick with us. And thanks, Maxie.
Thank you, Stewie. Much appreciated, mate.
Hi, I'm Michele and I'm lucky enough to be out here at the Tango Netball Club with the president of the Tango Netball Club, Simon Finlay. Hi, Simon.
Hi, Michele. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Look, this is a fantastic opportunity to talk to Simon today about the wonderful, exciting programs that are happening at the Tango Netball Club. I'm really privileged and lucky enough to be appointed this year as the coaching director for Tango. And Simon, I thought you might give us a little bit of a history about how the role came about and what you see from a club's perspective the role should look like.
Thanks, Michele. We at Tango, it's very important for the club to have a coaching director who can assist our coaches in becoming the best coaches they can possibly be. If we can guarantee that the players are learning the appropriate skills at the appropriate age group, then we're guaranteed that the club will continue to attract players of a good skill.
Yeah, thanks, Simon. I think I'm really privileged. I've had a fair association with Tango for a while now, but I really love this role because what it does for me is brings me out here every week from 5:30 to 8:30, and work with coaches across all of the grades from AMND, which is our A grade seniors, right down to our sub-primaries, and
Which is 7 years
which
old.
is 7 years old. And tonight I had my first coaching experience at Tango with the sub-primary 5s and the 4s, which are brand new netballers, never ever touched a netball. So it's a great opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a great opportunity. Some of those players, Michele, have probably come from a program that we started here at Tango last year, and that's called Tiny Tangos, where the players under the age of 7 aren't really permitted to play club sport. So therefore, we've included the 5 to 7 year olds in that program,
Great idea.
which is just a training program out here on a Monday night from 4:30 till 5:30, and a couple of our senior players of the past who are still studying at uni have come out and volunteered to do that. So
it's fantastic, and I think the aim of the Tango Netball Club is to really fill that void for player development from ages of 5 right through to our seniors, which are 19 and 20. So when they leave Inters, we want them to be not only great players, but really good people in a club environment and a club culture that is really family friendly. And that's what I love about Tango is we talk to the players all the time about being really inclusive, having fun, but at the same time providing skill development that assists them all the way through from the ages of 5 right through.
I think it's also to participate in club sport. It's really important for life learnings as well, and so we like to pride ourselves on the fact at Tango that we are teaching players, young girls, how to grow up to be lovely young ladies, as well as good sports people.
Yeah, and I think what's really important too now is with the ever-changing competitive marketplace out there with AFL Women's now playing, we want kids to be able to choose netball. And choose netball because, one, it's played on a hard surface, not on that slushy dirt and mud. I'm a bit biased. But for that reason, that they want to come to a club that really embraces culture. It teaches the girls manners, social skills, a whole range of personal skills that they'll get here at Tango. So
I think also netball is still the most popular female sport in Australia. So whilst other sports are becoming popular, netball is still number one.
Absolutely.
So we shouldn't forget that.
Yeah, and I think, sorry, Simon, and lastly, my role with the coaches is that we have developed a core curriculum of skills right through from the under 9s. So the coaches now actually know what they are to teach right through the level. So rather than just throwing a coach out there and going, wow, let's get your coaching accreditation, have you got a foundation coaching accreditation? It's still, what skills do I have to coach? And so here at Tango, we give them a bit of a roadmap into what skills they should teach right through, so that when players leave primary, they have a certain set of skills that they're competent at, and then they work through the ages, and we know that then by the time when they hit intermediates, they're really well-rounded players that have a good skill level, and that's our aim over the next 5 years to make sure we keep developing that.
So when we spoke to Michele about coming on board as our coaching director, we spoke about the necessity to grow our life skills of our coaches as well as their netball skills, and so Michele has put together a comprehensive program, and that will be launched over the next 4 to 6 months of the winter season. And she will be in close contact with all those coaches on a weekly basis, both out here at training and via electronic media. So we're very proud of that. When we went and approached Michele about performing this role, we had a few meetings to work out how the role would work, and we're very, very pleased that Michele has agreed to do this job for us.
Thanks, Simon.
It's certainly coaching at the Tango Netball Club is a key part of growing this club. There's the players. We put a lot of time into players. We put a lot of time into umpire development, and we put an equal amount of time now into coaching development. And as I said earlier, if our coaches are coaching the correct skills at the correct age group at the correct time, then we're sure that our players will grow to be the best netballers that they can be.
Thanks, Simon. And it's a great pleasure of mine to be here with one of our amazing coaches that coaches in the sub-primary level at Tango, Tammy Cooper. Hi, Tammy.
Hi Michelle, how are you going?
It's great to have you here. I thought what's really important is rather than speaking to the guru of the club like the presidents, how important is it for you? And you can be nice because I know I'm standing here with you, but I've been honoured to take on the role of the coaching director. But that comes at what the coaches really need. So the first meeting we had, we spoke about, well, what do you actually need at the club from me? Because it's important that when I'm here, it services your needs. So what would be some of the needs that you think are important?
Oh, definitely the benefit of learning from somebody as yourself, especially at our youngest level. Mainly we need to tell the parents that they've all got to start somewhere, but to be able to install the basics is so beneficial at that youngest level, which they can carry all the way through their netball careers or any sporting in that way.
I think so too. It was amazing that tonight I got to work with you. It was our first night of sub-primary training, and the kids that we had out here, I think there were about 20.
Yes, there was. Yeah,
about 20 sub-junior fives that had never touched a netball.
No.
And for me, it really had to take me back to learning or to coaching those really core basic skills. And that's something at the club that is really important to these really young ones, is educating their really core basic skills at the ages of 7 and 8.
Definitely. They take so much in, they absorb it all in, and it's a perfect age to start bringing them that skills, but definitely, the correct way of doing it and the techniques as well.
Yeah, what did you see tonight? What would be some of the things that you would have looked at training tonight and gone, wow, we're just going to have to keep teaching these kids? We probably went through it at training, but
no, we did. That's it. And you don't want their little heads to spin. There's so much from the stepping to the passing to receiving. But no, it was their eagerness, which makes it so much easier, and it's very it's very rewarding as a coach. Attacking, defending, and that's where it was so great to be able to work with you. And that's let alone the children will learn. Our coaches will benefit from that as well.
And as one of the coaches of our club, I know that at the moment you're only coaching in sub-juniors, but what would be the other things that, you're probably standing here representing some 30 odd coaches. Some of them have aspirations to keep coaching and getting accreditation, and some really just love netball and just want to coach. And that's really important at the club.
It is, it really is, and it's great that people are able to put that back. May they have played previously themselves, or that they're, if it's not their daughters, or they're just interested in sports, or definitely have a passion for netball.
Yeah, and I think at Tango we pride ourselves on the fact that it's important to have similar communications right through the grades, because we might get players come through one coach that talk about driving or just terminology, and then they move to another grade and they go, what was she talking about, my coach? Because coaches speak different languages. So one of the things at Tango that we've been speaking about is making sure we have the same language. So we have a closed Facebook site, we communicate with each other, we share ideas, we talk about language and what language we should be using so that the girls don't get confused through the pathways.
It's really important to keep that through all grades, from the sub-primaries all the way through to the seniors.
So thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
It's a great pleasure to be here.
It's been a privilege, and the club's very lucky to have yourself, someone like you, the players and the coaches, so thank you for your time as well.
Honestly, I think I get the most out of it, because I think I explained to the parents tonight what we want is for our kids to just love netball.
100%.
And that's what we're all here for.
Definitely.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you for joining us. It's fantastic to have Tammy Cooper here with me today. There's so much wealth of experience here at the club, and if you'd like to join us at the Tango Netball Club, either as a player or as a coach or as an umpire, please check out our website on www.tangonetballclub.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Michelle.